He has such power.
Who are you? This face is the last thing you're ever gonna see. Because you're the thing I slay. A lord devoid of light. I will not suffer. Any of you. All of you. It doesn't matter. I won't even use my aspect.
You are lying.
He frowned, taken aback. After a long pause, Sunny said in an even tone, "Hasn't Saint Nightingale just confirmed that I'm not?"
There are many ways to deceive someone by telling the truth, and that is what you are doing, Lord Shadow. You are not telling me everything, which is fine. I don't need to know all your secrets, but I do need to know if we really share a common enemy, and why you've decided to become my ally.
Sunny lingered for a few moments, then allowed the mask of indifference the Lord of Shadow wore to crack a little, revealing a glimpse of sincerity. Someone told me once that people like me are born to destroy things, not build them. That this world needs killers and destroyers more than it needs saviors and builders. Well, they were right. He looked at her, hiding behind an expressionless mask. I am indeed best at killing. However, you know, there are people building things all over the dream realm today. It's a bit embarrassing to admit, but I hope that all the killing I do will change the world into a shape that allows them to live their lives building new things, even if they have to build them on the ruins that people like us, Changing Star, leave in our wake. How is that for a reason?
Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV-ho. Say OV-ho.
Life is just the prelude to death, and war is just the key to open its gates. Everything you cherish, everything you nurture, everything that starts with you will one day be mine, be welcomed by me, swallowed by me, and find peace within me. This is the...
Time will slip away, living pieces of little moments of it.
You don't know me, but I know you.
He was with us from the very beginning. The two of them had been the three of them all along. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Master Sunless.
They are coming. They have already corrupted this world with their twisted malfeasance. You are chosen. You are marked. You are cursed.
And I am superior. I was forged from purer steel, and no matter how much power you gain, we will never be equals.
And only someone like you can really think that I was born with nothing. Were you forged from purer steel than broken sword, too?
Naturally.
Is that why you had to make a deal with the Dream Swan? I guess your steel was not pure enough to defeat someone of his breed, yourself.
I've met your father, you know. He showed so much promise when he was younger. Now, he's dead. Executed just before I left.
Something bad is about to happen to me.
Oh, how fearsome he was. How valiant. We broke his body, and we broke his soul. but we couldn't break his will.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. Without her, everything before me is a sea of loneliness. Her voice, I know I've heard it across the cosmic sea, but where? I will never stop searching. I must find her. Is there a dimension where we can be together?
Forgive me. I feel it again. The pulse of the light. Show me again the power of the darkness.
I hope you don't mind that I have come to welcome you, accompanied by others. Considering your great strength, you wouldn't have wanted Clan Song to humiliate you by only sending 1 or 2 saints here.
Indeed. I would have been enraged if your queen only sent a few of her minions to face me. This, though, this makes me quite content. I only regret that you didn't bring more.
Man's red flower.
Still holding the tip of his odachi to Lonesome Howl's neck, Sunny stared at her through the eyes of Weaver's mask. What was he supposed to do now that he had won? The Jackal was dead. Beastmaster and the Series were unconscious. Seord and the Saint of Sorrow were too terribly wounded to mount any resistance. Silent Stalker was on the ground, 3 of his incarnations standing above her with weapons drawn and ready to strike. Lonesome Howl was on her knees, at his mercy.
Sunny versus the 13 Saints song was like Madara versus the 5 Kage. It was truly crazy to see that one saint was just in a completely different category of power. He had the other saints who are no slouch in the song domain, questioning if he was even truly a human, questioning if he had unlimited power.
Oh, death, become my blade once more.
Still, Sunny smiled crookedly behind Weaver's mask. He opened his mouth and asked in a hoarse voice, straining to make himself heard. "Hey, King of Swords, do you wish to kill me?" Anvil looked at him coldly. "I do, I will." Sunny couldn't help it after all, and let out a stifled, sinister laugh. The cursed blade cut him, and he grimaced. A dark, murderous fury rose like a pyre in his heart. Sunny spat. "Listen, you wretch, you can't kill me. You are not worthy enough to kill me." He mustered what little remained of his strength, arduously pushing Anvil's sword a few centimeters back for a moment. "A man worthy of killing me has not been born in this world, yet." Kneeling, bleeding, utterly broken, Sunny looked up at Anvil and laughed again. "And never will be. I am the heir of death, you fool. Did you really think that you could kill death? The only thing that could kill death was death itself." As brilliant light illuminated them, forcing Anvil to freeze, Sunny raised Serpent with his free hand. The black odachi rippled, turning into a ghostly stiletto. And just as his arm started to crumble into ash, Sunny grinned, turned the blade of the stiletto against himself, and plunged it into his own heart.
Rest in peace, Lord of Shadows.
Back on the fractured battlefield, the fearsome black mask trembled. A sudden chill spread across the battlefield, as if death itself had let out a frigid breath.
But in that moment between life and death, Nephis finally saw the path to supremacy. She knew what she had to do, and what her will had to become. "I have to survive. I have to die." That was his answer. It was so simple, but Sunny had remained blind to it for so long. Sunny had to die, but he could not allow himself to be killed. There was a trick to it all. At least there was for him. He was going to cheat his way to supremacy. That was his act of defiance. Still, death was cruel and terrible.
Hey there. It's been a while, huh?
Are you for real?
I'm for real.
Call the first one savage, more my mood, that's what it was.
Not bad for a rookie sovereign, don't you think?
Natural supremacy? That's impossible. How did you...
Well, if you wish to know, I traveled to the very edge of the dream realm, scaled the jagged peaks of the Hollow Mountains, descended to a land below the underworld to seek counseling from the corpse of a forgotten god-slayer, killed the shadow of a corrupted god, forged a blessed sword for an incorruptible soul, cheated death by taking my own life, and survived. But mostly, I just really wanted to kill you. I guess you just pissed me off that badly, Anvil.
You can't kill me. Nephis, she is the one who...
Raising his black Odachi, Sunny smiled bitterly and said, in a cold, emotionless tone, "It's time for you to die then, Changing Star." Far away, his Dark Legion had already slaughtered the remaining abominations. The shadows did not retreat back into his soul, however. Instead, they surrounded the two battered armies, looking at the soldiers in eerie silence. The human shadows raised their weapons, the monstrous shadows bared their fangs. Nephis frowned. "What is this?" Sunny let out a disdainful laugh. "This? It's betrayal, my lady. I would have asked for forgiveness, but really, it's your own fault. Has no one ever told you not to trust a man whose loyalty can be bought?" Far away, the soldiers grew tense as they looked at the legion of silent shadows that now faced them, ready to attack. Some gazed into the distance, as well, where the Lord of Shadows was pointing his dark sword at Changing Star. Sunny stared at Nephis from below Weaver's mask and sneered. Changing Star. You are surprisingly naive for someone so exceptionally strong, but then again, you are so righteous and benevolent. Disgusting, really. Did you really think that I would share the throne of humanity with someone, anyone, when I can sit on it alone?" He took a step forward. "Anvil and Kai Song had the right idea, you know. There can only be one person wearing the crown. They had the right idea, but what could I do? I wanted to be that person. I could not kill them both myself, though, so I needed to use someone gullible as a distraction." Sunny chuckled. "So I used you. And now, I have no use for you anymore." Nephis pursed her lips, looking at him calmly. A few seconds later, she asked, "So it was all a lie?" Sunny laughed. "Of course. Did you think I enjoyed being treated as your toy? Did you think I wanted to spend time in your company? I hated every minute of it. Seducing you was surprisingly easy, but enduring the burden of your naive infatuation was an unpleasant chore." She tilted her head, then sighed and raised the blessing. "I see. So it was like that, then. I understand. No, maybe I don't. But you are right. I should not have trusted you." Her eyes shone with blinding radiance, and she said in an even tone, "I think I will feel hurt by your betrayal. Later. Maybe I will even be hurt by having killed you. So I should hurry up and kill you soon." Sunny smiled bitterly behind Weaver's mask. The two of them looked at each other, the air practically crackling with tension at the point where their gazes met. For a few moments, the entire world seemed to stand still, and the pressure continued to build until it became crushing. The shadows stirred, growing deeper and deeper. The blade of the blessing shone with radiant light, chasing the shadows away and illuminating the two supremes as they prepared for battle. Then, in the blink of an eye, both Sunny and Nephis lunged forward. There was a flash of light and a thunderous thunderclap, and when the light dimmed, the soldiers saw the Lord of Shadows kneeling on the ground, Changing Star's blade buried in his chest. Sunny groaned, struggling to grasp its blade. Looking down at him, Nephis spoke solemnly. "3 supreme warriors of humanity died today. Ah, what a waste." A heavy sigh escaped from her lips.
Coming alive. He looked around slowly, gaining awareness, then inhaled deeply. Then he walked across the great hall of the Dark Temple and passed through its gates. Standing atop the steps of black marble, a stunning young man looked down at the Legion shadows with his dark, cold, lightless eyes. And answering to his presence, the shadows, which had always been lifeless and motionless, finally moved. Those who possessed forms that resembled humans knelt. Those who possessed forms that resembled beasts lowered themselves to the surface of the water. All of them prostrated themselves before the young man, as if welcoming their lord.
The first of his kind, and the last of the kings of old. The original dream spawn. Asterion.
How curious. It seems it's finally starting.